Hello there, how you doing? My name is Dave Parker, and I would like to show and play for you a song that I wrote, a musical rendition of the Lord's Prayer that has been used in some child evangelism or children's worship, but it's appropriate in a lot of different contexts. So I hope this comes as a good teaching tool. I'm going to show you the different chord shapes that I use, as well as some strum patterns and stuff like that. But first I'm just going to play through the song and then break it down. Our Father in heaven, hallowed is your name. Your kingdom come, your will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Give us our daily bread, forgive us all our debts, as we forgive the ones who sin against us. Lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For yours is the kingdom, the power, and glory. For yours is the kingdom, the power, and glory. For yours is the kingdom, the power, and glory. Forever, ever, ever, ever. Let's play the whole thing again. Our Father in heaven, hallowed is your name. Your kingdom come, your will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Give us our daily bread, forgive us all our debts, as we forgive the ones who sin against us. Lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For yours is the kingdom, the power, and glory. For yours is the kingdom, the power, and glory. For yours is the kingdom, the power, and glory. Forever, ever, ever. Alright, so as I'm showing, some chord shapes and the chord names are going to pop up on the screen, as well as a little chart of how to play each one, and the fingers will actually be numbered as well. So this is 1, 2, 3, and 4. So as you're seeing the charts, that'll help to figure out how I place them, and then you'll just see a T for thumb. That's really cheating in guitar world, but I do it a lot. If you don't want to, then you could try to do a full bar sometimes. Those are all just heads up though. So the first chord that I use is like an E power chord, if you've ever played that, but it is the ring and pinky finger are moved down, and my index finger actually mutes the D string. If it didn't, it would sound like this, but when it mutes it, so by pushing down on the 7th fret and by resting it just enough on the D string, you get the E and G sharp up here emphasized, and then the second one that I switch back and forth between is very close to it, so that you can go back and forth between that and that. And the beginning is dun 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 dun, if that helps you out at all. Dun 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 dun. And I do my hand moves a lot more kind of in between, so really if you're strumming it as fast as, it's all up to where you let that be a mute and where you play the notes. So something like that could fit. The next two chords are A bar chords, or A power chords, or variations of it at least. That's going to be your first one. You could play all the strings, but I mute the top E string with my thumb to give it a fuller sound, and it's going to be between that and that. So the first two, second two, and I go back and forth twice before getting into the verse. And the verse is really all power chords, if you've ever learned those, which have the same shape as they move around. One of them being an A power chord, another one being an E, where you can let the top string ring out, and if you wanted to, you could play all of the strings. The next one being a B. And I found that what's most helpful with this, especially to give the song more dynamic, is to play only the three strings that the fingers are holding. So that way it sounds a lot bigger on the chorus and lower on the verse, but that's really up to you. As far as strum goes, it doesn't have to be as complicated as I play it. You could just do, Our Father in heaven, hallowed is your name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. And it fits just as well. So then the next part is the pre-chorus, and the chord shape will be like a B power chord. You could just play it like that, as simple as that. Or if you'd like to try to reach your thumb up around, you can play it like that. You can play all the strings open. Another variation, if you cannot reach this one, is this, which is just a C sharp minor, 9th suspended or whatever, and it's a little bit easier, and you could play all the strings, but I mute the top one either with my thumb or reach with my finger. So you can either do that one or that one, depending on what you can reach, and then you could either do, that would be an A second, I think, suspended, or you could do that, whichever one is more preferable. So if you're doing this one, it slides right down to this one, or if you're doing this one, you slide right down to that one. And then the next one is really only one way that I've played it. You could play it somewhere up here, but it's an F sharp minor, and if you can't reach with your thumb, then simply just try to mute the top string with your thumb, and at least you'll get that sound. Now, if you're more used to barring, you could hit all of the strings, but I usually find it to be more pretty to leave some strings ringing open, and then I try to do it both ways right before the chorus. It could either go back up to this chord, or if you went down to this shape, which is kind of a mix between an A and a B, you could drop your middle finger right on the D string, 4th fret, so you can go back and forth between 2nd and 4th. So it would be like, lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. And that's just a nuance that gives the song more color if you'd like to try it out. And then the chorus has the same strum pattern as the verse, being, except there's a difference because it'll go back to a C sharp minor and then a B. So and you could play it as simple or as complicated as you'd like to. It'll do that twice, so go through those 4 chords twice, and then it'll hang on a C sharp, a B, A, and then this one is more similar to this or to this, to G sharp minor, And if you can't reach the top string, you can just mute it, or you can try to bar. Or if that chord really isn't working out for you, you could just play an E. Go to an F sharp minor, forever and ever, up to A, and ever, or if you're playing the lower chords, forever and ever and ever and ever. And then you can go through and repeat the whole song. So if you'd like to try to play along with it, feel free to restart the video and watch what my fingers are doing. I might not have explained everything, but I've tried to put it in the best terms that I can, and hopefully this video is helpful, and it could be helpful for teaching and for worship. So yeah, that's about it. My name is Dave. Thank you for watching.